Hello everyone, my name is Nicola and I am simply a stitcher. Welcome back to my channel. For those of you who haven't been here before, welcome. This is a channel primarily about cross stitch, and for those of you who are returning, thank you very much for coming back and spending some time with me today. So today I'm going to do a little stitch with me, and it's a new piece. Well, it's not a new piece to me, it's a new piece to the channel, and this is my Realm of Middle Earth map by Tilton crafts. And I thought today we could have a bit of a stitch, a bit of a chat, and it's the last video that I think I will be posting before Christmas starts, guys. So let's, without further ado, let's just get into and do a bit of stitching. So yeah, I'm busy working on this one. I thought I'd pull this one out. It's been a very long-term work in progress. I'm currently about 24.23% through this piece. It's a massive piece, something like 790,000 stitches. And as I have had a couple of finishes this month, I figured I'd bring this one back out. It was on my large floor frame, but I've taken it off purely for convenience sake because I'm really struggling to stitch with it. The problem is that, you know, lockdown has not been kind to my stomach, and it's kind of got a bit bigger. So leaning on or leaning over a frame is not very comfortable. So I've took it off and I've put it in an 8-inch ring frame, a hoop ring frame. You know what I meant. And hopefully when I do my next floss tube, I'll deframe it and kind of show it off. So yeah, it's been stitched on 25 counts. It's 1/1, and there are, ooh, how many colours are there in this? I can't remember. No, I'm working off Pattern Keeper. So I think there are about 35-ish colours or something like that. And they're all these golds and sort of russet type colours, rusty colours and yellows, and, you know, as you would expect. The darkest colour is black 310, the lightest is 3078, which is a pale yellow. Like I said, 25 count, it's been stitched full cross. I'm doing the parking method, and I'm working at 10 across, but my section is 400 stitches long. No, 400 stitches long at the end of the flipping project. It's 10 across by 40 down. So I'm working in sort of, you know, 1.5 to 2-inch columns, which kind of for me does seem to help, you know, to progress this piece. So there we go. So I'm currently on my lunch break from work. The house is nice and quiet. Small child in school, medium child in college, largest child or eldest child is at her work placement, which is a dog kennel, and she absolutely loves it. Andy's out off filming and getting in a few more villages before Christmas. As I said, I'm on my lunch break, so, you know, I figured it'd be a nice quiet time. I would have had the cat with me, but she's gone somewhere, I don't know where, but anyway. So I think while we're here, we'll have a wee bit of a kind of a life update. The eldest daughter is having a birthday tomorrow. Today is the 14th, it's Tuesday the 14th of December. Her birthday's tomorrow the 15th, and I've got a day off work booked for that. We're going to take her out for dinner, you know, do birthday cake and all the things. She's 20, and I just kind of sometimes sit and think to myself, how did that happen? How do I make it stop? I've had my full trial of adulthood, and now I'd like a refund, thank you. But no, to be fair, she's a lovely kid. She's a great lass. Especially as recently as Grandad's been in hospital, she's taken on looking after his flat and his dog, and she's done a superb job. I am so proud of her, I cannot tell you. So work is busy. It's December, January, February are our peak periods at work. I'm hampered by the fact that this week I am helping to deliver some training. And, you know, got to kind of fit in the other stuff as well. Been doing some overtime, but things are just so busy right now. Work-wise, it's kind of a blessing in a way that I'm now permanently working from home, because I'm not exhausting myself travelling 3 hours a day through Christmas shopping traffic to get in and out of an office. So, blessing in disguise. I'm absolutely shattered at the end of each day. I mean, as a result, my stitching's taken a bit of a hit. You know, so far this month I've done, what, we're on the 14th, I've done less than 8,000 stitches. I mean, I have done the finishing off and Christmas presents and stuff, but still, I've been so busy. And by the end of the day, I'm pooped. I'm absolutely shattered. All I want to do is eat, bath, bed, and that's it. So I've had my new start for this month as well. I have started Lucian's The Fellowship. If you're on my Instagram, which is Stitch Pics, no, it's not Stitch Pics, my Instagram, which is simply a stitcher, you might have seen a picture or two of that. I've got that started, but I figured in the interest of balance I'd get the realm map out. I actually love this piece, and with me being a huge Lord of the Rings fan anyway, it's my thing. So there we go. I've also made a couple of decisions as regards to next year and my stitching. Oh, excuse me. What I'm going to try and do is loosen up a little bit. For those of you that have stuck around for a while and that, you know, have seen my Instagram and so on, you'll know that I normally stitch, you know, in a sort of a step style, 10 by 10 blocks in a step. I'm going to allow myself next year, I think, just to be that little bit freer and not keep... You know how these people say about breaking out the box? Well, I want to try and smash the sides of the box if I can, because it's almost like I've been a bit OCD this year about having to have it done a certain way. And thinking about it, I'm like, well, why am I doing that? What benefit has it got? And the answer is none. So certainly when I make my new start with the Afromorph piece, in the new year, because that'll be my new year new start, I'm going to try and be that little bit freer, and just relax a little bit more, I think, about, you know, and not necessarily stitching rows and columns and things. I have a birthday gift from the husband on the way, and of course he has fed my stitchy bug. I saw it and I was like, yes, I want that. I was watching flosstube and I can't remember who it was. I think it might have been Nikki Crafts. I can't remember, but she had yes, it was, because she had a Gecko Rouge finish, It was a moss piece, and it's absolutely beautiful. Not my thing, but as a stitch piece, it looks fabulous. So I thought, I'm going to go and have a look on the Gecko website. I have done this before, but I thought, I'm going to go and have another look, as you do. So I did. And on the first page of it, I don't know whether it was a new release or whatever, but there was a Lorna Lane kit in it, some cats, a black cat. Let's see if I can find her. I've got a picture of it. Oh, no, I haven't. It's on my Instagram, the picture of it. And that, I'm having that kit coming to me for my birthday, because it's my birthday in January. And that will be a birthday start for me. And it is coming on 18 count fabric. I think I ordered 18 count. And I've ordered both the digital and the physical pattern, because why not? Somebody actually made a very good point on flosstube that, if you order the physical as well as the digital, if something goes wrong with your device and you lose all your patterns, you've still got your pattern. So that's what I've done. And I'm hoping to get that at some point in the next week or so. Apologise in advance for my fingers getting in the way, by the way. It's just the angle of this, it's not terribly good. The light is also misbehaving. It's actually quite nice sunshine here at the moment, which is not what we would normally expect to be seeing. It's been not great weather all week. So but there we go. Such is life. So yeah, it's been a bit cold and a bit miserable. And of course, we're all having new things coming up and happening with COVID again, and restrictions, and get your booster jab. And the UK has run out of lateral flow tests. And as soon as we start doing something, you can pretty much guarantee that the government's going to run out of whatever it is that they're asking us to do, or there's going to be a problem. So Boris Johnson had a short televised address to the nation, asking us to get the booster and so on. So plans for Christmas. I mean, we don't tend to sort of go out anyway. We're not drinkers. We don't go to the pub. We'll be going to a restaurant for Hannah's birthday, and I'm sorry if you can hear the screaming child outside. I think it's nursery's on half day around the corner today. We're not big drinkers. We don't go to the pub. We'll be going to the restaurant for Hannah's birthday, and that will probably be it until after Christmas, when it's mine. Oh my goodness. Control your sproglet. If my kid had been doing that on the street, goodness gracious. So yeah, we'll celebrate here as nice and quietly as a family at Christmas. There'll be the 5 of us, me, Andy, the 3 girls, plus my stepdad, who hopefully we can keep out of flipping hospital. My brother, and there might also be an additional person this year, and my brother's friend, who is at a bit of a loss over this Christmas period. And I said, look, nobody should spend Christmas on their own. I always do plenty of food, just come to my table, it's not a problem. I have a nice run at work over the next couple of weeks, because although I'm busy this week, next week, with it being the run up to Christmas, things should steady off a little bit. I will be working in the Friday, which I believe is Christmas Eve, correct me if I'm wrong. I am off the Saturday, off the Sunday, off the Monday, off the Tuesday. back in on the Wednesday, a short shift on the Thursday because it should be my Saturday to work. A shift on the Friday, and then I am off on the Saturday, off the Sunday, off the Monday. So in 15 days I work 8. Always a pleasure, never a chore when it's like that. So yeah, so that's where I've got coming up. Andy's having a complete filming break, so he tells me, from the Village Idiot over Christmas. He's having a fortnight off. Let's see what happens. Things have just kind of settled down a little bit, especially after all the press interest and so on that we had a couple of weeks ago. It actually got to the point where we couldn't do anything, because the second that we did, the phone rang, which was most annoying, especially as I, want to spend... Oh, what have I done here? Especially as I want to spend time with him and I can't. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, yeah, that's right. Just parking that thread. So yeah, so things are settling down a little bit now, which is good. His channel continues to grow, and I've been running now an Instagram for him as well as my own. So, oh, excuse me, that's something more. But yeah, it's been hectic. I'm just looking forward to things kind of settling a little bit. Whether they will or not, I don't know. Just at the end of this. Hold on. Oh. So there we go. I don't know what Christmas and Santa's bringing for me. Well, I do know one thing, because I went and bought it myself. Andy was like, I don't know what to get you for Christmas. And I said, I'd like some nice perfume, because he used to wear it all the time in the office, and I ran out. And then, of course, we worked from home, so it just never got replaced, because I don't wear perfume, on a regular basis. So when we went to Leeds Christmas shopping last week, and I went into the perfume shop, and my mind, you know what it's like when you stood there and you're like, and I know what the packaging looked like, and I know what it smelt like, but I can't picture the name of it, and I just couldn't remember the flipping name of this perfume. It was driving me insane, and I'm stood there in the shop, and I'm like, well, it was an oval bottle, and it had metal around the edges, and it had like a top that looks like a toggle, and and you know what, bless him, the lad knew exactly what I was talking about. And as soon as he showed me the bottle, I went, yep, that's the one. So I've got a bottle of perfume, and I know he's ordered me a couple of books, stitchy books, for Christmas as well. So I shall look forward to those. Whether or not he's got me anything else, I don't know. But to be fair, there's not really. You get to a point in your life, don't you? Then what do you need? It's all wants and not needs, isn't it? And I don't need anything, I mean, to be fair, I could have done without the perfume and the stitchy books, but they're a want and they're a nice thing to have. I've got Andy a few bits and bobs as well. I'm not sharing too much, even though he says he doesn't watch my videos, just in case he does happen to listen to this one. But yes, I've got him 1 or 2 bits and pieces, and he's got a little more to come as well when I manage to get down and shop for it. The kids have all got theirs. They've all got one big present each, a main present, and then they've got a bag full of small stuff. So I don't know about you, but in our house it's kind of a tradition that they have something to do, something to wear, something to eat, and something to keep. And I've kind of ticked all of the boxes. Again, I'm not sharing too much in case the kids are watching, but what we tend to do is, for my 3 and for Andy's 2, is we get a large gift bag, you know, the massive sort of standalone size, and we just buy these bits and bobs and just literally put them in the bag. We don't wrap them up because wrapping up takes a long time and it's a lot of paper. And the girls, I talked to them, I said, would you be happy just to open up a bag and find everything in there and not have to worry about unwrapping it? Because I think as well, is when you're unwrapping presents, I've known presents get binned. And they were like, yeah, that's a great idea. So that's, for the last couple of years, that's what we've done. We've just literally wrapped, we've wrapped up the big present and then everything else we've put inside this large gift bag. And it seems to be quite popular because the girls are loving it. They really are. And this year is no exception. So they know that they've got a day outfit, new night clothes. They've got something to do. They've definitely got the eat part. They've got some chocolate and they've got some keep stuff, which when I went to Manchester with Hannah, I bought them all a piece of jewellery to keep. So yeah, it's I think it's going to be a nice Christmas. Plan on cooking up a storm Christmas Day. I tend to get 3 or 4 different kinds of meats, so everybody's catered for, and then, you know, veg and potatoes and Yorkshire puddings and so on and so forth, and a nice pudding, and you know, we might have a glass of something, and you know, bought ourselves a new Christmas tree this year. This tree that we have, I bought it when we moved into this house in 2011. In fact, no, I'm telling lies. It was just as we went into 2012. And I actually got it in the sale. So I got it at a significantly less price than what it would have been. And it's been a lovely tree, a 6-foot tree with, believe it or not, with blue branches and blue and green lights. But over the years, we've lost a leg. I don't know how it's happened. We've misplaced the correct transformer for it. So getting the lights on and off, because we've got a transformer, but it kind of needs to be wiggled and kept in place. Wrong transformer. One of the light phasers is, part of it's stopped working. And I'm saying to Andy, we need a new tree. It's like, no, you don't need a new tree. This one's got life in it yet. And I'm like, Andy, we need a new tree. Yeah, but, and I went, Andy, I am having a new tree. So we went down to, we have a shop here. If you're outside of the UK, we have a shop called Asda Living, which if you're in the US, I don't know if it still is, but it was part of Walmart family. And Asda Living do Christmas trees. So off we trots down to Asda Living. Got on Whamageddon, second I walked in. All I could hear is, last Christmas. I'm like, for goodness sake, last year I got to Christmas Eve. This time I'm out on like the 4th of December. Something stupid like that. Anyway, we found this tree, and we found, incidentally, it's the same shop as I got my original tree from. Another 6-foot tree. This one is white with white lights, and the idea is that whatever I put on that tree will create the colour, which is something that I quite like the idea of. I've got some gold ornaments. I need a new tree topper, which I shall be getting, because I had a lovely one and it fell apart. I have all the ornaments and decorations that the girls made me when they were younger. So, and some of my mum's decorations as well. And I figured that, you know, that when Andy's children come, they can help to decorate the tree as well, and they can put, I've got some gold baubles and some, you know, little chocolate hanging centres, I think it is, to go on the tree as well. So they'll help with that, you know, and yeah, I should be looking forward to seeing the new tree up. But because obviously it's Hannah's birthday tomorrow, the tree never goes up until after her birthday. I don't think it's fair. I like her birthday to be a unique occasion that's separate to Christmas. That's the problem with having a baby just, you know, around Christmas time. It was like, oh, it's birthday and Christmas all in one. Yeah, and then all year round, that child doesn't have any, you know, like I've got the middle one has a birthday in May, so she gets like half of the year, you know, every sort of 6 months she's getting presents. And you know, poor old Hannah doesn't get that. So, but anyway, yeah. I'm seeing a lot of people who are struggling this Christmas as well, and I think before the girls get their bags on Christmas morning, I shall sit and remind them that, you know, they're very fortunate to have what they have and not to plaster it all over social media what they've got. Because I will admit I spent quite a lot on them this year, more than I've done in other years. But I think as your children grow up, you do spend that little bit more because they want, you know, when the babies, they're happy with a 10 or 20 pound toy, you know. When they're teens and tweens, you know, they're wanting a laptop or a tablet or a phone or, you know, something special. So I definitely think Christmas has got more costly over the years. I think I might have missed a stitch on this somewhere. No, that's it. It's all right. Don't we got that? So I've been keeping it with my floss tube, and I've found one or two new floss tubers. The names escape me at the moment, but I think as well what I'm going to do in the new year. There's quite a lot of people now who I'm subscribed to that have simply stopped making videos, and I think I might just have to have a tidy up of my subscriptions. And that same goes for Facebook as well. I'm seeing a lot of groups on Facebook which are now no longer relevant, and you know, so I'm thinking a tidy up. I had a tidy up of my phone last night and deleted all the. I don't know about you guys. I've got a Samsung phone. It's my main phone, and I'm always managing to take screenshots. Except when I need to take a screenshot, I can't take one because I can't work out how to do it. So I went through it last night, and I've had the phone about 7 months, and I deleted all of the photos, the screenshots, and the accidental screenshots, and the stuff that I've taken pictures of that I've already uploaded and that kind of thing. And from May to now, I deleted over 500, no, nearly 600 photographs and screenshots and so on. And I was like, how did I get to do so many? I don't feel like I've done 600 photographs, for God's sake. But I had. I was like, I don't know how it works. I don't know. It baffles me. Oh, I do love Pattern Keeper. I really do. It's such a game changer. I've done nearly 100 stitches already. Let's have that colour. Normally in my lunch hour, you know, if I'm not talking, obviously I manage more, because if you followed me before, you'll know that I do have a high stitch rate, and I can do like 1,000 a day. And you know, Pattern Keeper patterns, wow, I mean, I can just bosh through them quite quickly. To be fair, paper patterns I'm not so bad at either. It depends on the symbols and how well the pattern's been edited, because if it's lazy charting and the symbols are all alike, I'm just like, yeah, get out of here, you know. And it makes it really hard work. The couple of kits I've got, the DMC kits, the museum pieces. One I did last year was a wheat field with cypresses, I think. I've got a Da Vinci one and a Monet one. Now those DMC kits, those natural, is it Natural History Museum or National Portrait Gallery or something, or whatever it is, those kits have dodgy symbols. I don't know why. DMC printed charts. Having said that, you know, they're not unreadable. The two heritage kits that I did, the Golden Years and is it just the two of us? I think so. Those ones I FFO'd and got wrapped up for Christmas. And those heritage charts were beautiful and easy to read. And of course now, because of using Pattern Keeper, if it's a digital pattern or a pattern that can be put into Pattern Keeper, it actually doesn't matter, you know, what the symbols are like. You know, we can have an upwards and then a downwards arrow and a left and a right arrow, all, you know, in corresponding stitches, because when you highlight them, Pattern Keeper can separate them. Obviously on a paper chart it's much more difficult, and there's been once or twice when I've pretty much gone cross-eyed over a chart trying to differentiate between the flaming symbols. But like I said, the heritage ones that I found were really good. The DMC not so much. And pretty much everything else now I have on digital copy anyway. Oh, that was the other one, the Emma Congdon one, the what was it called? City of Love. The symbols on that chart, because I worked that off paper. I could have put it into Pattern Keeper, but it was a faff. And I was like, I ain't got time for that. I just want to stitch it. That Emma Congdon one, the symbols were really nice on that one. Very nice and clear. And it was a well done chart. I know a few companies that do them quite well. I know that Sarah at Pain Free Crafts, she works quite hard to make sure that her charts are user friendly, as does Nikki at Charting Creations. And having a look at the digital charts that I've got for this Gecko Rouge kit, that is the same. It looks to be charted, you know, very, very well, and a little bit of care about the symbols. It's just the little things, isn't it? I am also thinking about investing in the new year in some bowl-tipped needles, because I don't, if you'd have seen my instruction video about how I start and end my threads, I don't run my threads under the stitches. I tend to sort of create a loop around my finger and then slide the needle through the loop. And this needle is really short. I mean, you can't really sort of see it, but and I compare it against a needle that I got in a 14 count kit, you can see that there's a difference in length, and in the size of the eye of the needle as well. I don't know if you can, hold on, let me just, I don't know if you can see that, but the eyes of the needle are very different as well. So this is a small needle, a short needle with a smaller eye, and I think I need a longer, I've got fat fingers and I need a longer needle. But this one, for this piece, it has to be the short fine needle because of the count of the fabric, and I don't want to end up damaging, you know, the fabrics or the holes in the fabric, or, you know, stretching them by using a larger needle, and, you know, potentially risking things like stitches loosening, and sometimes you get like little bits of bulginess in the stitches, and I don't want to risk that. So I think by the end of the year, I think I'll probably get to about, for the entirety of 2021, I think I probably have done about 350,000 stitches. It's a good year's work. I'm quite happy at that. I was talking with Andy the other night about rotating my projects next year. I have got 7 whips that are active. So I've got this one, I've got the Fellowship, I've got the Maui Princess, I've got Avarice, I've got Pandemic. That's 5, isn't it? And then I've got a Christmas Window, which is 6, and then I've got a New Year New Start, which is number 7, which is oh no, wrong place. A New Year New Start, which will be actually make number New Year New Start will make number 7. That's the Afromov piece, but then the Lorna Lane one will actually make 8. But I'm hoping that by the time I get to the Lorna Lane one and start it on my birthday, that I might have had a finish, and that'll be either the Fellowship or Pandemic. So I would imagine that what I'm going to do is do a bit of this, probably until, say, tomorrow or something. Then I'm going to pull out Maui Princess and put a little bit in on her, because it's a nice colour change. And then I might just bring out the Fellowship and then just work my little socks off on it. The Fellowship is a chart that's kind of kicking my butt. I'm stitching it on 18 count Ada. There are lots of fractional stitches in it, half stitches and quarter stitches and 3/4 stitches. Not a problem if you're working on even weave. It's possible on Ada, but it's just that little bit more difficult, you know, pushing the needle through and splitting the blocks slightly. So that's what I'm doing. But, you know, I have to put it down every so often. So I think I might end up sort of picking that up a bit later in the week, and, you know, try and work on it over Christmas. With it being 120 by 200 and something, it's not a massive amount of stitches. I think it's about 27,000 stitches. So theoretically, if I can work on it, you know, the end of the month where I've got my lots of holiday days, and then into January, I might have it done by my birthday. I don't know. So anyway, right, so we are now at 40 minutes. I'm going to finish this colour, and then I'm going to stop filming, because then I have to get myself ready to go back to work this afternoon. And I think you've all had enough of listening to me drone on anyway. So what's left for me to say? There is left for me to say 2021 has been a really fantastic year as far as flosstube for me is concerned. For each and every one of you who have subscribed, I thank you from the bottom of my heart. It's really nice that people think enough about what I do to come back here and watch it week on week or month on month or whatever. If you haven't subscribed, as I always say in these videos, please consider doing so by pressing the button at the bottom of the screen. It would be really nice to have your company. So onwards and upwards for 2022, although we are being quietly optimistic about this coming year. I would just like to wish everybody a very happy and prosperous new year. Have an enjoyable holiday season, however you celebrate a Christmas. So stay safe, happy stitching, don't get drunk, don't fall over. For goodness sake, don't catch COVID. Stay safe, do all the things, washing your hands and all the rest of it. Let's see everybody here healthy and happy in the new year. And let's see if we can't have an even better 2022. If not where the social parts of life and things are concerned, let's see if we can have one where stitching's concerned. So that's me done. I've popped in 120 stitches there. So take care, everybody. And, you know, if you've got questions, comments or whatever, leave them down below. I will try and endeavour to at least heart your comments. I'll be honest with you, there's very few times I actually do respond, because otherwise I could get myself lost in a conversation. But I do appreciate each and every one of you who just come into these videos, watch them, comment, interact, or however, you know, you do so. Take care, everybody, and we will see you on the other side. We will see you in 2022. My next flosstube will be filmed, should be filmed on the 1st of January, and we will see you then. Bye for now.